We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. He's coming. Double up, double up. 5.
On first down, Swift call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
First carry for James Conner. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Undercross. Hey, lock it. Patch it. Hey, Delta. Mike 54. Mike, you're out. Check
out of the gun, Rudolph. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Strong right. 3 down. 47. There's a 154 right here.
Now Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 55 yards. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go. Out. Under 10. 10. Shift. Watch the shift. True. Check. Fresno. Kill. Hey, turn it up. General West. Kill. Jim. 49. Get it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
25, check 25. Leo.
Right back to him on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Drop deep. Look, squeeze. Hey, Sam off. Safety's creeping. Check 9. Hey. Mike's 5-4. Hey, Haywood. Hey, let's get in them holes. Deep river.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Ready? 60 outlaw. 54. Hey. High 7. 54 is Mike. 54 is gone. 54. Watch 54. And here we go. Watch the pass. Shoot. Rock it. Check 6, guys. Yep. Check 3. Let's go.
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. And he's going to go down again. Robert Quinn, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
He's going to look, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 35 on second down. Prescott looking deep in the direct. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check it out, hard, hard.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Joker, 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 Joker. Check 31, check 31. Hey, lock it. Back. Check the backer, check the backer.
Now a give, right side. Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
In your face. You're out. Check. Hey, seam 6. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yeah, that's what I do. Five. Look at me. Go. Ready?
Here's Rudolph. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Kill. 198. Right home. 98 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott is going to go for a big play. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Check 99. Alert 3.
On first down, Swift, look at the spin. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, switch gears. Leo. Lucky. Watch twist. Sponge.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. Back to throw, Rudolph. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach, when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
We got this.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
25 yards that time. Elliott. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's Switzer, 31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Let's go.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go again. Switch. Hey, Foxtrot. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch out. Rock it. Hey, check 20. Yeah. Speed dribble.
Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Let's go.
Now a give right side. Swift. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 50, it's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Kill. You're out. Yo, go. Look at me. Door.
SOS. You go take.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Orvis.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I'm coming. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Watch the screen. Pass. Mike's 54.
Hey, Alpha.
54.
Dude.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Kill. Check.
Bam.
Shift.
Now.
They'll try the left side. Swift. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
54.
Let's go, baby. Then turn over. Get that ball.
Kill.
Leo.
Rush in.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rudolph. He's going to loft one deep left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Josh Malone, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Hey, Sam off.
54. I got you.
Check, 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 check.
Hey!
On me. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
Hit it!
From the 30 on second down, Rudolph. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the 27, Prescott. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Throwing, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Switzer on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Rock it.
Check hot route. Hot.
Get it.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Prescott on first down. He completes this one to Mack. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Prescott from the gun. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They come out here in the eye. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Running with Elliott. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Check safety, check safety. Deuce.
Hard.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, let's go second. Check nickel.
From the end zone, Rudolph to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike's 5-4. Watch the pass. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I know he ain't got
Go.
Rudolph from his goal line here. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down. Swift. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, lock it. Hey, exit.
Kill. Hey, watch that.
Shoot.
Now Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone, and it's 3rd and short.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Come on.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Jim. 49.
Go out. Snap.
Now a give, right side. Swift. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Fielded at the 20. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Five.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point try by Bailey. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Rudolph. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Haywood.
54. Mike 54. Rabbit. Swing.
Look, squeeze.
Check.
Here's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Tighten up. Check. Slam. Check your hot read. Check.
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to air one out, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Joker. Check 31. Check 31.
Score.
Check the backer.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Hey. High 7.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Safe.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Rock it. Go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hard.
He's coming. We got double up.
Hey, seam 6.
On 4th down, Rudolph. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in